What is going on, everybody? Rod J back in the house tonight. What is happening out there? It is Thursday night and time to do another live stream. So let's get this baby started over here and get some of this rolling tonight. I'm actually rolling solo. So my boy Todd is actually resting up a little bit there. So I had to switch some things up, which is all good. I'll do my best to keep you entertained as best I can. Hopefully you guys are out there having a great Thursday night as well and ready to get it going toward the weekend. So let me take a look here. Shout out to the people coming in on the chat. We got Blake TV in the house. What is going on, Blake? Cheers, my friend. And we got PA Brew News in the house. Paul, what is happening, brother? It's been a hell of a time since we spoke last. So what's going on in your world? So you just did a beer haul today. Very nice. Share some of the goodies you got, my friend. Let us know what you picked up today. Over a case of different. Oh, you son of a gun. Auckland Kerner Brews. Very nice. And for those of you that don't know, or actually Kerner, some great beers they actually do. Although I've only had the smoked one and I had another one, but I've seen some other ones out there. I know you're going to enjoy those. And if you guys don't know PA Brew News, make sure you check him out as well. He's got some good stuff happening there on his channel. And make sure, if you didn't know Blake TV, make sure you check him out too. And Blake will be doing the Friday Night Throwdown tomorrow as well, 9 o'clock Eastern over on his channel. And I don't know if you guys are going to be doing a B&A Part 2 tomorrow as well, Blake. If so, definitely let us know. Chad Hunt eating moonshine pickles tonight. What is going on, my friend? Cheers. And I've actually got some behind me here. Maybe I'll have one of those tonight with you as well. What do you think of the moonshine pickles, by the way, Chad? Are you enjoying those? I said I was a little disappointed, but I got a few left. I actually started a food channel, but I haven't put anything up on that yet. But I'm thinking about kicking it off with the moonshine pickles as that first thing there. And then Blake says cheers, everyone, as well. So, yeah, we're going to get it rocking here tonight, here in a bit. Get the other stuff going. Welcome everybody in. First time to the show, then welcome. Give you a big welcome there if you haven't been here before. And please feel free to comment along the lines so that we can see what you're doing, what you're drinking. Share what you're drinking out there so we can actually talk about that as well. Definitely want to have some of those conversations flowing too. And as far as what I am actually drinking, I will switch it over here. I'm going to actually crack this baby open in a second. We're going to go over to the new beer cam setup. And I'll show you right here that we've got the, go this way, the damn Skippy right there. Got it back a little bit from Blue Stallion Brewing Company. Still adjusting this camera a little bit here, so I think I shook it and it moved a little bit earlier. But this one is a peanut butter porter that comes in at 5% ABV. Boldly traditional, it says an imperial pint glass is the preferred glassware of the damn Skippy, but I am actually going to use a snifter glass just because that's what I got, and I didn't feel like getting a traditional pint or a no-nick pint as they have on there. I'm a man of my own mind. I can do what I want. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to actually use to enjoy that one there. So let me flip the camera back here. All right. And I'm going to crack this baby open. And we also got a shout out here to damn Skippy, right? Yeah. To Sparkle Supreme Queen in bed sick with a cold feel like crap. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, Michelle. Hopefully it's just a cold and you get through it here with no problem. Get yourself some of that chicken noodle soup, right? Chicken noodle soup is supposed to make it all better. All right. If you haven't seen the damn Skippy before, there it is right there. Obviously, it's dark color because it's a porter. Got a nice head on it. I don't think I've done the review to upload it yet, so I still need to upload that if I do the review. I'm actually changing some things around on the channel, so you guys are going to see that happening. I'm still going to do some reviews. I feel like there's just too many people doing reviews right now, so I'm going to be switching it up, and you guys will be able to see some of the different things I'm doing. I'll pop reviews up there from time to time, but I'm going to be launching some new series of shows, trying to keep it different, a little bit more fresh. So I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, because I want to see if you guys like it when I do it, but I haven't done a review on this one yet, but I will tell you, it does remind you of that kind of like a little bit of a Skippy type peanut butter, but you do get some of the artificial feel of it. And for Paul, it does have some of that thinness. I know you're not a big fan of the thinness, but the thinness is there as well. So for Paul, we'll say boo on that one, because Paul does not like thinness in his beer. But as far as taste wise, you can drink it, you can consume it, and you'll be all right from it. Chad said 20% ABV. I was hoping for a 90 or 100 proof moonshine. It's supposed to be a big whiskey, right? Yeah, it is. And if you've got the Old Smoky, that's the one that I have there as well. So it is less than that. I even have the salted caramel whiskey here. As you can see, which I may have a taste of this in a little bit too. I get to go and work late, a little bit later tomorrow. So yeah, I might enjoy this. But this one here is only 30% ABV, so 60 proof. And like a couple guys that asked me, is that more like a whiskey or cordial? Definitely more like a cordial. So yeah, they're kind of cheating a little bit in there, but it is what it is. And it goes down ever so easily and ever so smoothly that I can't complain. So we take a look over here. So right now, I already told you guys what I am drinking. I do have a couple other things lined up here, depending how long I broadcast tonight. One is another peanut butter stout, and another one is going to be a treat from Highwire Brewing, who I definitely enjoy out of North Carolina. So if you ever get a chance to try some of the Highwire Brewing, would definitely recommend giving them a shot. And so next up, about a little unboxing. So I actually ordered some new things that I wanted to check out, and these are going to actually come from the new things I added into the store. I wanted to see what they kind of look like here. So we're going to go ahead and crack these open, and I share them with you guys, and then you guys can tell me what you think about them as well. So this is the first box right here. Got this baby open. Good old UPS dropped this off earlier today. Which if you ever send beers, not that you should send beers because it's really frowned upon, UPS is where you want to go. I'm just saying. Let's see, that's the invoice for it here. And a big old amount of bubble wrap, of course, right? So get the bubble wrap. Man, this is like something that Joe sent me from the Beer Patrol. He wraps shit like this. Maybe that's his other job. Maybe he's working for the company that's sending me stuff. Well wrapped. All right. So, okay. Let me put this here. So here is the first item, because man cannot live on beer alone. I also like to enjoy coffee. It is a latte mug. So that's something I just put into the store as well. Kind of cool. I want to see how it came out. Nice little look to it. Put my coffee in there in the morning. Did a pretty good job delivering it. So yeah, so that's one thing I just added into there as well. That has kind of the old logo because I kind of switched it up. And then I got one more box here that's going to check out. Blake said he's having his first drink of the evening. Let me guess. Magic water, Blake? Is it magic water? And then Blake says, pickles sound delicious, bro. Yeah, it's a little bit different with the moonshine in there. I found them to be pretty vinegary, so to speak, but I know Vanessa Kitty actually liked those. She was actually one that asked me to give it a try or check them out. So, which having it with a burger wasn't too bad. Like she was telling me she usually has it with a bison burger, which I do love some bison. Haven't had bison in a while. Get this baby open. This one's kind of weird. It's packaged in 2 parts there, but here's what I needed. Throw that over there. Oh, so this is interesting. So this was kind of just something to check out as well. But this is the new logo pint glass that I had done there. So that has the beer logo, the old beer logo, get your beer on Rajay BeerVentures. So just something neat that I wanted to try out. And these are now in the store as well. And the store actually has been running some different sales and stuff. So I don't get a chance to control when they do that. They just do it. But if you do check it out, they do have some stuff. I think it was just 40% off on some stuff, 25% off on everything the other day. So some neat things there. And I try to keep them as cost effective as possible so that nobody's getting soaked on things. But very nice. And Blake says, yes, sir, magic water. So that's what he actually is enjoying right now. Nothing wrong with that. First beer of the day as well. And it is going down smoothly. It's a long day too, y'all. I was ready for that day to end. Yeah, one of those days when it gets like that late afternoon and you keep looking at the clock like, when is this going to be over? That's how it was today. I'm going to buy everyone some Rajay and Mercer Christmas. My mom is going to love it. Your mom and pops always show some great love from what you're telling me. So I always appreciate them there. I'm sure to be putting more stuff on sale and stuff too. So it's a pretty neat little thing. Everything is just done through Zazzle. If anybody wants to check it out, in the description, it has the links to all that kind of stuff there too. So I'm going to flip it to script. So one of the new things I've actually done here with the channel is to try to introduce everyone to some of the other channels. I mean, I'm no legend or anything like that or doing anything I'm doing. I'm just here growing as well. But I figure it's always nice to introduce people to other people that are doing their things here in the beer community. And so tonight I'm going to actually do the weekly shout out, which I started doing a few weeks ago. This one here is going to be for Daddy Porter. And I'm going to go ahead and get his stuff pulled up here. All right. So if you don't know Daddy Porter, this is Daddy Porter, my buddy Greg, him and his good friend Doug. They actually do various things on beer on their channel. I'm going to get that full screen. And a great part of the community. They introduce a lot of different people. They bring in people from some of the different breweries, some of the different cicerones, some of the different people that are brewing, some of the bloggers, all kinds of stuff they have on there. And really introduce a lot of good things to people that want to find out more about beer. Flip over to their video part here, and it'll give us a little bit more of the videos to actually see. So they have a whole bunch of different people they introduce. Very active channel. Right now, they are sitting, I believe, let me switch back to this page real quick. If it has it on here. Don't see the subs. I want to say the subs, I think, are around like 170 or so, but it's really impressive. Or is it impressive? Well, it's impressive the stuff they're doing. Their subs should definitely be higher for the stuff they're putting out because they're putting out great quality on their channel. And actually, here you can see the PS5. This was actually one that I was a part of with them a while back, talking about some of the video game stuff that we got into. And then up here, talking about the Xbox and the PS5. So it's mainly beer, but we get other stuff. But even when we're talking about that stuff, we're also drinking beer. A lot of different things that they get into the different talks. Great bringing in of people. You see a lot of women here, which is one thing I've always said. There's not a lot of women that get covered in a lot of the beer stuff. And they're really good about bringing women in as well, hitting to a lot of different fun issues. So again, if you get a chance and you haven't seen them, I would definitely say check them out because they are making some great things. And in fact, next Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, I haven't posted it on the channel as of yet, they will actually be my guest on the channel for a spotlight, talking about the stuff they're doing, how they got involved in beer, doing a whole bunch of different things. So we're going to have a good time then when I get them over. So again, that is Daddy Porter. make sure you show some love as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get their channel so I can drop that into the chat if anybody wants to check them out. So there is the channel for Daddy Porter. If you want to show some love there, tell them that Rajay sent you over. You know what I mean? So sure they would definitely appreciate that as well. And Blake says, I told Dad Rajay's going live and he wanted me to tell you have a good show, kiddo. LOL. Well, tell him I said thank you. Yeah. Appreciate your pops there, wishing and everything like that. And hopefully he is doing well and you guys are all doing well. I know you guys had to run some stuff the other day, so hopefully everything panned out along those lines. And let's see here. So what else do we want to talk about tonight? So get into a little bit of the stories that are happening around the beer world. A little bit different, like I said, being a one-man show, and some of you know back in the day used to be a DJ as well. So being a one-man show isn't anything that throws me off too much. It's just you're not as much used to it because usually I have partners in crime, right? So, but Springdale Beer Company, which is actually the ale company that does the beers from Jack Abbey, because Jack Abbey only does lagers. They teamed up with Union Square Donuts to release a limited edition malted milk ball beer and donut. So they have a special donut that they're releasing with this, and the malted milk ball is like a beer where they fermented in those little malted milk ball candies. I don't know if you remember those from being a kid. I don't know if they still make those, and I guess they do since they actually just use them. But it's kind of interesting. I always think of like the movies. They're like one of those movie candies. The malted milk balls, the dots, the Reese's, the little thin mint type things. I always think of those type of candies when you go to the movies for some reason. Got Nina in the house. What is going on, Nina? Cheers to you. And she is drinking the Keller beer. Nice. And if you guys don't know Nina, make sure to check her out as well here. And Nina pops in on the different beer channels, and she's a big beer fan, big lover of beer. She does a lot of the beer stuff there too. She said it's weird. Cellular lager has a slight pale out bitterness, but mellowed out. Funky color, IPA, haze color. Yeah, Keller beers are a little bit different for sure. But I like those. Those are like those kind of nice throwback type beers, Keller beers and Rausch beers and Schwartz beers, where you get a little bit of that from the past. You know, growing up, drinking in the mid to late 80s, 90s, before, even when you had some of the craft stuff started coming on the scene at the end of the 90s that we saw, you didn't have stuff like the Keller beers out there. So it's kind of nice to be able to get some of those things from the past. That's always the fun of trying the different beer styles. So you got cheers there, cellar. Yeah, she said cellular. That's what I knew you meant cellar, but I actually read your things as cellular too. But yeah, kind of that cellar. Saying hello to each other. Let me see. And what else we got? So you talk about the holiday season being around the corner. Platform Beer Company is releasing their 2 holiday beers, the South Pole Elf Winter Ale and the Yule Jude Hazy IPA that they're planning to bring out here in the next couple weeks or so. So there's your Christmas beers already coming out. I haven't gotten to Halloween yet, but we know pumpkin beers came out last month or two anyway. Thanksgiving, like, is there like any like cranberry mashed potato type beer out there? What about the Thanksgiving type beer? Nope. Everybody just goes right to Christmas, and that's where we're at there. So this will actually be available in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Kentucky, New York, and New Jersey. So 6 states, and guess what? I have access to 3 of them. So I have the Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana connection there. So I haven't done a lot of platform more recently after their kind of acquisition, but they do make some decent beers. I need to get back in. And these are kind of ones I might sound interested. I always like a nice winter ale. That one's supposed to like a touch of cinnamon type feel to it as well. I really haven't had any IPAs in at least a few weeks, if not a month or more, just because everything here has been stouts, porters, or brown ales, or barley wines. I've had a Baltic porter in here and there, but it's funny. I have not had an IPA in a good amount of time. It's not since probably when I was doing the reviews from Hot Butcher, I guess. I need to get some more of those. Nina said, have I had any pumpkin beers? You know what? I have not had any pumpkin beers yet this year. I was in our store at Kroger, and they actually got in a pumpkin there. And I thought, maybe I get some pumpkin. I haven't had that in a while. I just wasn't feeling it yet. I'm just a late October guy when it comes to pumpkin beers. I like it when it's a little bit more balmy. I don't know. It's kind of like that plaid shirt wearing type season feel where I like to have the pumpkin. I think of pumpkin beer. I think of like the harvest rides. I think of the bonfires. I think of Halloween. I'm just not there to really enjoy it as of yet. So no pumpkin beers yet. I do plan to get some. I've only had one Oktoberfest beer even this year too, though. So I'm a little behind on that. I'd like to try some more of the Oktoberfest beers. I may pick up some more, but just haven't done it as of yet. And I thought about doing Oktoberfest special, but just didn't do it. So what about you? How many, or have you had any pumpkin beers, Nina? And if so, what have you been trying out there, I should say? Let's see. And then I saw Evil Genius. So Evil Genius Beer Company has teamed up with Miller in their Miller High Life to release a brand new collaboration brew. That in itself just sounds weird, like a craft brewery teaming up with Miller High Life's team. But the Brunch So Hard Orange and Mango IPA, it is a brew with orange and mango in the IPA. And it was actually, they said, inspired from the champagne of beers, which I have no idea how you look at a Miller High Life and you think orange and mango. Don't know how that comes together. I just don't know how they did that. But they said that's what inspired them to come up with it. So you should see that popping up in some places. Evil Genius, from what I know about them, does make some good beers. So I'm sure it'll probably be pretty tasty. It's kind of weird just seeing them team up with the Macro now, and the Macro's not like buying them or anything like that. So it's just interesting in that regard. I would definitely probably check it out if I saw it. Let's see. Here we go here. Hey, we got Jeremy in the house. Cheers, my friend Jeremy V. It's been a little bit of time, Jeremy, since we spoke. Good to see you, brother. If you guys don't know Jeremy V, make sure you check him out, his channel as well. Man is a bad guitar player, has a lot of fun on his channel, and always a good time. So make sure you definitely show him some love. Blake said, cheers, Jeremy. Cheers, man. Gilbert's in the house. Cheers, my buddy. Up there in Canada. Hopefully things are going well, my friend. He actually showed a picture today, and I was like, that's Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. I know that general store. So I've seen it many a time down here. I've never been to Rabbit Hash. I know where it's at. It's not, like I said, too far from me, but had not been down there. And yes, you may see a kid playing the banjo if you go to Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. I'm just saying. Nina says, scooped up a lonely looking Berliner Weiss, which was sitting next to the Schwartz beer. Well, that was nice. He just scooped that up and bring it home. Don't leave a beer behind. Nobody leaves a beer behind. Jeremy's with the big what's ups. And yo back from Nina. And cheers from Gilbert as well. So yeah, so anybody else drinking anything, let me know what you're drinking. I know Gilbert's drinking something good. Jeremy, you probably got something in your hand as well. So, share what you guys are all having there too. And I'm going to get ready to crack open the next beer, which will actually be this will be the peanut butter milk stout, as you can see here, from Tailgate Brewing. I've been on a big peanut butter kick lately. I don't know why, but that's just what I've been feeling. So this is the next beer to get cracked open with the cow in the back of a pickup truck. Don't know what's going on with all of that there. There you go. Peanut butter milk stout, the official beer of tailgating. I've actually got an Imperial peanut butter from these guys too, so they seem to have somewhat of a fascination there with peanut butter. So again, this will be the next one that I'm going to crack open here. Peanut butter porter phone home by Night Shift is the best. Nice. I have not seen that one. I do get Night Shift beers here now through Jungle Gyms. That's the place that gets the most of them. And I have to keep an eye out for that one when I'm back there. I may have to actually make a run there this weekend, actually, because there's actually some other stuff I need to pick up for next week. And one of my friends, I just found out, well, former person I used to work with, friend as well, she took a new job. She's actually friends with the owners over at Lawson's Sip of Sunshine. And then she's right there in Boston. And she's like, yeah, if you ever need anything from up here or Heady Topper, let me know. I'm like, yeah, I can use some Heady Topper because we can't get it down here. So we will be talking, and I might finally have a connection to get some Heady Toppers sent my way, which would be awesome. Seeing kids wearing overalls and a shotgun. Yeah. Well, see, that could be Kentucky. That could be Arkansas. That can be Mississippi. That can be Alabama. You know, we got a few states where you can have kids wearing overalls and carrying a shotgun. Louisiana. Well, shout out to the people in Louisiana. Hopefully you guys are all safe as you guys have Delta bearing down on you. It looks like you guys can't get a break down there. It's terrible. So hopefully you guys are all stocked up and protected for our friends down there in the Louisiana area, and make sure you guys are all safe and everything. Love that can, obviously, right? Oh, cheers, Blake. And I'm guessing that peanut butter porter is new, but don't know if it's a seasonal. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but if I see it, I'll definitely have to check that out. Hadn't heard much about that one from Night Shift, but like you said, Night Shift Brewery, they put out some pretty good beers. So from all that I heard, I just haven't picked up any. I need to pick some up maybe this weekend. I don't feel like really spending more money on beer, but, you know, it is the life that I lead. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. So this was interesting. So I saw this earlier. And Market Garden Brewery, which is actually a brewery here in Ohio, they're about to kick off their 5-day Pumpkin Beer Fest. Actually, I believe it started yesterday, and it goes through Sunday. And I thought, well, that's just kind of interesting, because they do have some restrictions here in Ohio on what you can do with the COVID stuff. And then it's like, I haven't been to a beer festival since March, right before the COVID. I mean, literally, if our beer festival would have been one more weekend later, it would have been canceled because of the COVID stuff. And it just made me think, like, is anybody else out there going to any of these beer festivals? Would you go to a beer festival? Would it be worse going to one, knowing that you might have the potential of something like COVID in the air? I mean, kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are. If it was something you would probably stay away from, or you wouldn't worry about, you would just mask up and maybe go, or maybe not mask up. I think most of these things you have to wear a mask by their rules for you to participate. But I don't know. We got rising numbers in Ohio, so that's what kind of made it seem interesting to me as well, is that you may have more potential of people actually picking it up now. Let's see here. Kids wearing coveralls is a Shelter Valley thing too, out east of here. Yeah. The phone home beer looks like the scene from E.T. and the bike in the sky on the packaging. Oh, interesting. Masked up outside, didn't cut the mustard at the White Horse Rose Garden. Yeah, and there was a report. There was a beer fest in Charlotte. I think it was Charlotte that just happened. And now they're having people do free COVID testing down there. They want everybody to attend the beer fest do COVID testing because they had an outbreak, it looks like, from this beer fest getting together. So I don't know. It makes you wonder, are some things, worth trying to go to, or would you rather just skip and avoid? I was thinking earlier today, I was talking to someone, I was like, I think about it, I haven't been to a restaurant since March either. Like, I've had restaurant food. I've had food delivered, DoorDash or Grubhub or like that, or picked up food from restaurants. But as far as sitting down in a restaurant, inside or out, I haven't done that since March, which is kind of crazy too. Already had 2 4-pack pints of them phone homes. So you had two of the 1 4-pack already? What's the ABV on it, Chad? Let me tell you something. Or as Fire Marshal Bill would say, let me tell you something. This is a pretty smooth peanut butter stout. This is one that definitely goes down real easy.
Yeah, baby.
It is smooth as can be. This versus the other beer, you don't have the artificial feel of it as much. You get a nice creamy texture to it. Smooth down the back end. You have that lactose in it, so you got more of that creamier type feel. Very solid. Nina says, smooth soundtrack tonight. Well, thanks, Nina. Yeah, actually, this is actually music from MU, free music for YouTube. They changed their name. I think that's what it is now. But if you want to check out music for any of your YouTube channels, MU allows you to use their music royalty free, and then just put their their link in your description or so that way they get credited for it and stuff like that. But no, they do some pretty cool tracks. Some of them get a little spaced out, I think, but overall, I've been able to kind of go through and find some of the things I like there that have been pretty smooth, and they do a pretty good job. So would definitely recommend checking that out for any of your videos where you want to get some background music and not have somebody throw a copyright claim up on you. The Bitburger Sierra Nevada. Now, I've had the Bitburger. That was the one they did last year, I believe, for Oktoberfest. It was either last year or the year before. I can't remember which one offhand. And that one was actually pretty decent. Funny thing about Sierra Nevada, this year I did see their Oktoberfest beers, and they weren't teamed up with anybody from over in Germany. So that was kind of interesting. They kind of just went solo, I guess, with their beers instead of being teamed up. So I didn't try it for this year yet. I hope to actually maybe pick it up. I want to get like a variety pack of stuff. They haven't had enough that I could put like a 6-pack and make my own 6-pack that I really want to enjoy. But I usually like checking out what Sierra Nevada does on their beers. But I did like when they were doing the German series and teaming up with the German breweries. Fruited beers, definitely like some of the fruited beers. Not a huge wheat ale person. I've started to like some more of the wheat ales. Wheat ales have a lot of your fruited type beers, but like Nina says, she has scooped up a Berliner Weiss. Those ones have some nice fruitiness to them. A lot of people get into like the slushies now as well, which are pretty good. Like 450 North, their slushy series is pretty good. There's other breweries that are doing it. Braxton here, Northern Kentucky, they do something like a slushy series, or Berliner Weisses, smoothie type beers where you get some of that fruitiness. And those I definitely do like. When I first started doing like some of the wheat beers, because that's where I used to have a lot of the fruit stuff happening, wasn't that sold on them, but now I can enjoy some a little bit more than others, and the smoothie stuff has actually taken it to a different level. A nice Berliner Weiss, I'm always on board with that. Let's see here. Now this was a pretty cool thing. So out at New Mexico State University, they actually, and I didn't realize it, they have a university licensed beer. So they were able to create a beer, like teaming up with a partnership with one of the breweries. And I don't know if they get like credit from that, where the funds go back to the school or however they do it, but that's pretty cool that a university has their own beer out there. Now they're going to actually take it to wine. So wine's the next thing they're about to do. But that's pretty neat. I mean, There are schools that have added like brewing programs as part of their curriculums now and stuff like that. And I don't know if you have to be in that to be able to do what they did, but just the idea, because you think of some of these schools and how they have to monitor students drinking and stuff like that and everything that allowed them to go ahead and make a beer. It's pretty cool. I like that idea. Speaking of beer, so with a lot of stuff happening, you're seeing more and more breweries consider some of the seltzers. Seltzers have been the biggest growing factor right now out there in the market. So you see triple digit growth. So a lot of the breweries have come out with their seltzer stuff, which is interesting. And while I'm not a huge fan of seltzers, I've had some seltzers I've actually liked from some places. I haven't been a big fan like the White Claw, but there's some local breweries that have done some pretty good stuff. And it's just kind of interesting to see like seltzers. Even one of the advent calendars I was talking about a couple weeks ago, they're added seltzer as a couple of the drinks in the advent calendar. So kind of interesting. It's definitely, I thought we may have been out of this fad over 3 years, but seems like people are still soaking up the seltzers, so to speak. So we'll see how long that keeps going. And then this was something I saw, which is kind of funny. It says, Vine Pair, they had a thing about happy hour. What's your go-to beer in 2020? And then I thought, really, do you even have a go-to beer? Because in the world of beer, for people that like to really consume beer, there's so many beers out there. Like, one of the questions I get frequently is, what's my favorite beer? There's no answer for that, because my favorite beer can change at any time because there's so many different beers out there. I don't even think I really have a go-to beer. I have beers that I like to try once in a while. When it's that time of year, I like to pick up certain beers maybe, but they're not really as much as a go-to beer as like, that's my daily type drinker. And I'm curious, do you guys have any go-to beers out there that you like to go to that's kind of like your regular type beer to always have on hand? I mean, my beers are always changing in what I'm drinking because I want to taste as many of the different beers that I can actually taste. And with 7,500 breweries here in the States, just the States, you do the math, that's a ton of beers out there. And if you're getting beers from out of the UK, out of Canada, out of Ireland, out of Poland, all these other countries around the world, Japan, whatever, it's endless. So I don't really have a go-to beer, but I'm curious if you guys do. Let's see here. And Chad said nice about the Berliner. What is going on, Bomb? Cheers. Rod, there was a new recent collab with Bitburger and Sierra. Oh, a non-Oktoberfest. Okay. Wasn't impressed, Bum said. Thanks for sharing that, my friend. And if you don't know Bum, make sure you check out Bum. Bum's got a contract exclusive to the Joe D show. So you got to check out the Joe D show on Saturday nights, and you get to see Bum there where he does the malt liquor report and then some of the other stuff that we talk about in beer as well. But I did not know they did a non-Oktoberfest. It's interesting that they wouldn't do it. Maybe they didn't want to do it again because they did it with them already. But as I mentioned, this year, Resistance Sierra Nevada did it solo for the Oktoberfest. So maybe they're breaking that agreement there. Or maybe they couldn't do it because of COVID. Maybe COVID affected them from being able to team up with someone in Germany. Jeremy says Hams is the ultimate go-to beer. Good old Hams. I hear some people chew the cans of Hams. That's what I heard. That's the word on the street. That some people like to chew the can after they drink the Hams. Yeah, Strange Sierra did a non-collab Oktoberfest this year. First time since 2014. Yeah, they've been doing it each year. So maybe it was the COVID that caused an issue there and being able to get together with someone overseas. Because unlike us, they really locked some stuff down in Germany. So Bum is mellow. I liked it after a few. Funked Up IPA. I said Funked Up IPA. Not a session choice. Nice in rotation. So yeah, I mean, Nina kind of liked it a little bit. It's all about your palate. It's all about what definitely works and what comes together with it for sure. So always follow your palate. The Bitburger, right? Yes. Let's see. Boston Beer Company. This is interesting. They're going to debut a non-alcoholic hazy IPA next year. Is that something you want to try out there? Is that something you want to pick up? Bum, Nina, anybody? Chad, what are you thinking? Like, would you go after that beer, or was like, did I taste it to see what it tastes like? I might give it a taste or something. You know what? If it's something, and I mention this about non-alcoholic stuff sometimes. If I'm at lunch and I can't have a beer, I'm having a burger or something like that, but I don't want like the tea or the Coke or a glass of water, I might get a non-alcoholic IPA that would pair up nicely with the burger. It's just kind of weird thinking. Like, they're going after Sam Adams, right? They're one of the opening ones that opened up the whole craft beer world. Now they're going non-alcoholic as well on some stuff. So yeah, I never thought about COVID being the reason. Yeah, I mean, if they couldn't get together, we don't. I think maybe we don't think about it as much because we think of everything being like a global type world. So virtually, you could probably, but it's not the same as when you're brewers kind of getting there and doing the testing and all that kind of stuff. I guess. I mean, could have been anything or reason, but that's one thing that sticks out. We got Emerson in the house. What is going on, my friends? Cheers. Non-alcoholic IPA. Not to be drunk to let you do that. Come on. What are you saying there, Ant? What are you saying there, Emerson? You don't want to try that one? I hear you. LOL. Emerson is not going to be messing with the non-alcoholic hazy IPA. So one of the cooler ideas I actually saw, you can get a pretzel and beer keg to celebrate Oktoberfest at home. And this was actually done by Captain Lawrence. 27 ounce of crunchy baked pretzel rods, and they're set up around a 5-liter keg of their Oktoberfest brew. Not a bad idea. I mean, if you're having beer, pretzels is great to match it up. And of course, when I hear pretzels, I always think of Seinfeld and the episode when he's going to do the line. And he's like, these pretzels are making me thirsty. And they're trying to tell him how to do the line. I always think about that when I hear pretzels and think about that with beer. But that's actually a neat little thing. So you can definitely check that out and see that online. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, pretty unique idea. And it's Snyder's pretzels that they're actually using for that as well. So, which everybody loves Snyder's pretzels, right? Those are solid pretzels. 5 points, 4.0. Trail Haze is pretty low. Should be classified as an A. Well, is it 4.0 ABV then? I mean, that's right there. In my book, that's session. I mean, but then again, so it's a 5, a 6, a 7. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. But think about some of the lambics, right? Yours can be 3.5%. They're pretty low ABV. Drinking on Harveststone Bitter and Twisted Golden Ale and King's Barn Single Malt. Well, there you go. Now Gilbert's got it going on. Nice. You know, I think most of you guys, I don't usually watch the NFL as much. I watch more college football now, but you can definitely know it's 2020 when the Browns blow out the Cowboys. That tells you what kind of year you're kind of having. I thought I'd never see a game where the Browns would do that. I didn't even see the game. I just saw the highlights, and it's like, chalk it up to 2020. I mean, the Browns have a better record than the Cowboys, and they destroyed the Cowboys. I had to piss Jerry Jones off. Interesting one here. Eagle Park Brewing offers soft serve ice cream cones made with beer and a splash of vodka. Blake, splash of vodka, my friend. Splash of vodka, beer, ice cream. I don't know if anybody loses in this situation. I think everybody wins. That's a win-win all the way around. That's got everything you could possibly, I think, want to pick up. I think everybody's a winner. It's like you're all at the craps table and somebody rolls the number, rolls 7 or 11 when they come out, and it's like we all win. It's awesome. And then finally, for the stuff I had, so next Monday night at 9, just so you guys are aware, for all you friends that like to drink, also Lord Hobo Brewing, I will be having another chat to bring in Eric Muniz from Lord Hobo. He's one of their top brewers there. We're going to be discussing what they're actually doing at Lord Hobo on some of the beers, things they're seeing in the beer industry, have some little bit of fun type stuff. You know how we do it when we have people on, of course. And if you guys have questions for Lord Hobo, you'll be able to ask those. They actually got a new beer they're just released that just came out, and a lot of good stuff they're doing there. So, yeah, Eric will be a guest on here on Monday night at 9, so we just set that up. And I plan to look to get some more breweries on here as well as some distributors and some other stuff. And hopefully you guys check that out. I want to do some different things to the channel. I still got some of the beer reviews that'll be coming, but it's kind of like, I feel like everybody has so many beer reviews out there right now that I'm kind of turning to a different direction on some other stuff I want to introduce. So hopefully you guys do enjoy that as well. Nina said she's going to pop open the Berliner Weiss. Awesome. And I'm actually about to pop open another beer here as well. And what is that beer? You may be asking yourself. Well, this is actually one. I was over on the Eclectic Beers channel for a little bit before we're going live tonight, that I told him I was going to actually enjoy. This is going to be one from Highwire Brewing. So this is their oat chocolate macaroon 10W40. Let me tell you something. Again, like Fire Marshal Bill, let me tell you something. If you get a chance to get Highwire Brewing in their 10W40 series, and you're a stout fan, just do it. Just pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. This series provides some great beers that they are actually doing. So this one here, Imperial Stout, brewed with chocolate, vanilla, coconut, and lactose. It's funny because on the can they tell you it contains alcohol. Oh, I didn't know it contained alcohol, right? So comes in at 9.2% ABV. Not really a big hitter in my book, but can definitely knock some other people down if it catches you off guard. And then here you can kind of see there on the can some of the stuff there with what's in it. But they do some really good stuff. So this one is oaked. So this one has a little bit more of an oakiness to it, a little bit more of a barrel type feel, which I really like. And they're out of Asheville. And if you know about Asheville, North Carolina, and beer, you know they make some good beers in Asheville. So this is a nice little pint can. 16 ounces of goodness. You get some of these beers that have a little bit of coconut in them. It's almost like you're just drinking dessert. That nice little handle there to open up the aroma. And I would tell you, even though I used the same glass I just used previously, I didn't feel like getting another glass. The oakiness is so strong in this one, you still get that coming through. And with the oakiness, you're getting a little bit of a nice woody type feel, almost like a little bit of a burnt type feel in here as well. You almost get like that aroma when you have a match, you know, and you put out the flame and they got a little burn after the flame goes out. You kind of get that little bit of a burn here as well. Emerson says, that sounds good. 9.2. I'm in. Not like that bullshit alcoholic IPA you were talking about. Yeah, not like that one. What is going on? Triple B is in the house. Beer, barbecue, baseball. Good evening. I was stopping by for a few minutes to see what Rajay is drinking and say hello. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. If you guys don't know Triple B, make sure you check him out as well. He's doing the beer reviews over there, doing a great job too. So always appreciate you being here. But if you missed it, I'm actually drinking the oat chocolate macaroon 10W40 now from Highwire, 9.2 ABV. And again, this is an imperial stout brewed with chocolate, vanilla, coconut, and lactose. And I would tell you on this one, where you get that coconut is in a taste more than on the aroma. It just comes through so smooth, almost gives you like a feel of being a pina colada like type drink here. So very nice. Nice job done. Dina says the Berliner Weiss has a sour Chardonnay sour Chardonnay dry nose. Very nice. And then Triple B, hey there, hope you're feeling healthy. There you go. I did Triple B. I didn't know you were feeling a little under weather. Yeah, hopefully you're going well then. Oh, this is so smooth. Look at that lacing. Just a well put together beer. Nice lacing on the glass. You get a nice creamy feel in the mouth with this one as well. Very smooth. Just slides down ever so easily in the throat. Leaves a nice amount of flavor in the mouth. You get a good mouthfeel on it. For 9.2, not overly heavy at all. It's not thin, which is good in the texture. So you have a nice body on the beer. I'm telling you, Highwire, of the breweries I probably started trying, I think last year might have been the first year I had Highwire. Or maybe it was this year. They've stood out. You know, they've been one of the top ones. Just a tasty beer. And Vanessa's in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday evening. And Vanessa, I'm actually drinking one. You would love this one, I think. The Oaked Chocolate Macaroon 10W40 from Highwire out of North Carolina. And I just told them, again, for the third time, I'll say it just so, since Vanessa just got here, Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate, vanilla, coconut, and lactose. Very nice. I guess if people are lactose intolerant, though, you might not be able to have it. I don't know how that really works out, but well worth a try. If you can have lactose. Oh, that is so good. I mean, you could literally sit here and chug this beer and be in good shape. That's how smooth it goes down. I saw that. I think if you saw it, I would definitely say get it, Vanessa, if you got a chance to get it. Nina says, love macaroons. Yeah, and it's got that like soft body on it where it has an appeal of like a macaroon as well. He did a good job with this one. You definitely get that coconut appeal of a macaroon in there. Oh. You get that nice underlying feel of the chocolate. Yeah, this one's a winner here. This is a very tasty brew. Lactose intolerance with my med problem. Oh, piece of cake. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, you drink Dragon's Milk. I think some of the Dragon's Milks, well, some of their variants might have the lactose. And where'd you see it, Vanessa? Groton, she's asking. And whose age brewery? Who were you asking there, Vanessa? I mean, Nina? Were you asking what the brewery was? The brewery's Highwire Brewing out of North Carolina. Yeah, it's a solid one for sure. None of the beers I've had from this series have I not liked. They're all solid. So definitely recommend them. And then Nina was asking who the brewer was. It is Highwire Brewing. So we can get up here. There you go. So Highwire, they're out of Asheville, North Carolina. Very nice brewery. In fact, it's like if I get down to the Asheville area, which I want to get down there in the next year or so, they are definitely on the must-see. We went to Gatlinburg when I did that last trip down to a cabin. I didn't even think about it, but Asheville was like less than an hour away. I should have went there instead. Chaz says, do you guys like any of the Founders beers? I actually don't. I used to like Founders, but I don't like Founders after what happened with their brewery. And people in the channel kind of know, I think pretty much that I don't usually drink Founders because of that. I actually know the person that was involved there and some of the stuff. So Founders has been pretty much dead to me, which is tough because they had some good beers, but based on how their management was, and by the management, it's really they're people that are like the ones that run it, the owners that kind of kissed off and don't drink them anymore. Maybe Table and Vine in West Springfield. I'll look tomorrow. They are big, wide groceries liquor store. But if you can't have lactose, I don't want you getting sick, Vanessa, either. So, but they just do a pretty good job there. Yeah, they put out some good stuff. I just principle over product for me on their stuff, so I just don't mess with them. Name a company, Rod. I am doing a search. It is Highwire Brewing, HI-Wire Brewing. Yeah. Lactose intolerance gives intestinal problems. Yeah. That's what they say. Like the bubble guts or whatever. I like that aroma though from the oat, like from the char, like that little bit of a burnt type smell. I have the epitome. Yeah, you've been dealing with it. I'll say a little bit of a syrupy type feel in the texture as well. Kind of like some of the maple stouts that you actually get. The reason we're my crew tonight. So usually I redid some of the format here. So it's usually me and Todd, but Todd actually is not here tonight. He kind of took a rest. He's been working overtime like crazy at work. So I just went solo tonight. And that's all good. He's kind of resting, and he'll be back next week. But the show must go on. It's like the WWE, right? There's no off time, really. So you try to put up the show as much as you can. God, the more I drink this beer, the more I'm actually enjoying it. This is really a solid one from them. But as far as beer news, I did all the beer news type stuff out there that I saw this week. I guess I had a good amount of stuff on there. I was gonna say it wasn't a heavy beer news type week. Trying to think this weekend, I've got some more beer reviews. I went through the Yuengling beers this past week, if you saw all those. So I decided to do a Yuengling series. And then I got a couple other ones to throw up there. I got one from Street Side I think I'm going to put up tomorrow, which is one of their coffee blonde ales. A few other ones through the weekend, and then I'm going to start doing some other stuff as well with some of the beer type things. I will search spaces for the brewer. And have a great night. See y'all soon. Yeah, you too. And like I said, I hope you feel better. I didn't know you were down there, but from what Nina said, hopefully you're feeling good. And Nina said, be good, Triple B. If you can't be good, be bad, right? So. Well, yeah, anybody else crack anything else open tonight? Anybody else got big plans going into the weekend? It is Thursday night. Anybody else get ready to check out any other things, or what is happening in your guys' world? Nina said, who brewed the peanut butter beer? So, two different breweries. The first one, the Damn Skippy. This was Blue Stallion Brewing here in the Bluegrass state of Kentucky. They did the Damn Skippy. That one was It was like And then we had this one here, which is actually pretty good. This is from Tailgate Brewery. Get that a little closer. They're out of Tennessee. I picked that up when I went to Gatlinburg. This one was definitely a lot better and pretty good. So that's actually a solid one. So yeah. Yeah, and I still got some more peanut butter beers to go through. So I'm on a peanut butter kick right now. Oh, shout out to Emerson. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate that. Go find yourself a 6er Busch Ice. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to think. Have I ever reviewed Busch Ice on the channel? Maybe I will do a review of Busch Ice just to kind of do it for shits and giggles and put that up on here. But appreciate it. Anytime it's done, it's kind of like no one ever feel like they had to do anything like that. But it's always nice when it happens. And definitely, I'm glad you guys are definitely entertained and having a good time. Be bad, very bad, as Gilbert says, right? Chad said, I'm sipping on the Moonshine Pickles. Wish it was more of a moonshine than a weak whiskey. It was only $19.99 here, although I'm hearing peanut butter whiskeys are delicious. Yeah, so the peanut butter whiskeys are pretty decent. I mentioned I have the salty caramel here. And what they did for the peanut butter is actually pretty decent. 30% ABV on that one as well. One that I haven't picked up that Todd told me to actually pick up is the Screwball. A lot of people seem to like the Screwball whiskey. So I want to give that a shot too. But I would definitely say if you're a peanut butter fan, to give it a go. And I said hello to Eric. Malt Muser in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. If you don't know Malt Muser and you're into whiskey, as we talk about whiskey, make sure you pick up his channel as well, where he covers the whiskey stuff there too. And I need to actually catch up on some of your stuff there as well. All the whiskey guys that come by, it's always great knowledge. Like I said, I'm in the bourbon state. I need to drink more of bourbon and stuff like that. I just haven't done it. So I'm going to start introducing some more of that stuff here on the channel as well. Nina says Tailgate one looked nice. Yeah, Tailgate one was definitely solid. Again, I have an Imperial from them as well. It's just kind of funny with the cow in the back of the pickup truck there. If you guys didn't see that there for their design with the peanut butter milk stout. Very good. Like I said, they are actually out of, I know I got into Tennessee, Nashville. So they're out of Nashville, Tennessee, tailgatebeer.com. On this one, the hops were Magnum, and the malts were Pale C65 chocolate roasted barley. But very smooth. Peanut butter, milk stout. The name says it, but the taste is everything rich, creamy, velvety, and delicious. And I would say they nailed all of that on the taste of the beer. So ABV on this one was 5.8, by the way. So not too heavy of a beer. 10W40, what's the verdict? The verdict is very good. Like I said, if you get a chance to get this and you're a stout fan and you don't pick it up, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is a very tasty beer that I would recommend. I recommend any of the 10W40 series from Highwire, but this one was really solid. So I would say go ahead and grab this baby if you see it there, because it is damn good.
Hell yeah!
As far as, let's see, Thanksgiving weekend in Great White North. Wait a minute, this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend up in Canada? I didn't realize that. I restored the draw knife. Should get a sheath made for tomorrow. I get to stay home tomorrow. Had to move from one storage unit to another. Are you moving some of your stuff around then, I guess, Vanessa? What is a draw knife, though? I've actually got a few knives here, but I don't know what a draw knife is. Cheers, Vanessa Gilbert said. Owner sold land and told us try. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that sucks. Running over to Old Lime tomorrow. So the Old Lime put out some pretty good stuff as well. Cheers, Eric. And hey, Vanessa. And jumping on the slap a like and say hi. Well, hey, what's going on, Bourbon?
Welcome.
Always good to see you, my friend. Bourbon Bounty, another one. If you guys want to check out some of the whiskey channels, and with bourbon, especially, obviously, because it's in his name, is bourbon, I would say make sure you check out Bourbon Bounty. He has some great breakdowns on the bourbon whiskeys. He actually joins us on some of the beer stuff, especially over on Beer Chug's channel for What the ABV. Even though he's more of a whiskey guy, he's getting into some of the beer as well. But great guy, great channel too. Saw you were sipping some whiskey the other day, Rod. Enjoy it. Which whiskey was it? Was it this one here, Malt Muser? The salted caramel whiskey. If it was, I definitely did. Actually, I do like whiskeys. I just don't drink them as much as the beer channel. But here's my question for you as well, Malt, is do you consider this still a whiskey at 30% ABV, or would you consider that more kind of a cordial at that level? I had a couple guys tell me they saw it more as a cordial than actual whiskey, but I'm not sure on the full determination what it takes to actually get there. But I do like some of the whiskeys. I was going to pick up actually one of the new Jameson whiskeys they came out with. It was a coffee something, and I might pick that up this weekend too because I want to check that out. I like a lot of the Irish whiskeys. Yes, I do like some of the bourbons. I like some of the Scotch as well. So I just don't usually do them as much on here. But like when we're out someplace, I'll drink whiskey. I also drink gin. I'm a fan of gin. I like having gin once in a while. Oh, I like Old Lime. I was down that way, West Marine, a few weeks ago. Nice. So Old Lime is up there in the Northeast where you guys are then. Bourbon says, hey to Malt, Vanessa, and Nina. Everybody said hello. Let's see. A draw knife is a long blade with two handles for trimming logs down quick. Oh, okay. All right. You think I would know some of this stuff because I actually like watching the Ford show on, I think it's on History Channel. And it's like on Wednesday nights, but I've never seen anything like a draw knife. Although most of the stuff they're doing on there is to actually kill people. So they're usually doing all kinds of swords and everything. Anyone ever tried red mullet? It's a fish. I have not. I've never heard of red mullet as a fish. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, this one is actually pretty decent. I do like the salted caramel. If you like that little sweet tooth, then you would enjoy something like this. Very much dessert type whiskey. What's up, Blake? Blake said, chat is lit. You guys rock. In fact, I may have a little bit of a sip now. It's got that flavor to it, that salted caramel that comes through. It's almost like you're having a Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but in whiskey form. Yeah, see, the bourbon, that's what I'm thinking. That's what people were saying, too. Like, not a whiskey if under 40%. So, it says whiskey on it, but then how can you technically put whiskey on it if it's not whiskey, right? Because it's at 30%, but they're allowed to put whiskey on it. I would think it's more to the cordial type side myself, but they're allowed to label it that way. We got Tunis in the house. So, oh my God, I just searched chocolate macaroon 10W40 and a Rod J video is recommended by you, Yahoo. Oh, no, are you messing with me, Tunis? That is funny. Yeah, cordial. Which gets me at 40. Yeah, so you're saying the same thing as well, Mo. So I'm just curious how they get away with it at 30. And Gilbert said it's barely a whiskey at 40, right? So they're able to actually put that on there for whatever reason. Yeah, that's some good gin too. It's like when I talk about people liking gin, like it seems like more people are like, oh, that's just like, dirty alcoholic bathwater. So like, there's a lot of people don't like gin for whatever reason. I think gin is a decent alcohol. Back in the 90s when I bartended for a few years, we used to make drinks that would have gin in it. I mean, gin was a great drink to blend with like fruit juices or other stuff, but some people kind of turn their nose up at gin. I don't know why. I think it can definitely be something nice to enjoy. Especially like for martini, I prefer a gin martini to a vodka martini. Love me a good jar. Whether it's classified as gin or not depends on the mash. LOL. There you go. Jameson cold brew coffee whiskey I didn't like. Okay, so you had it, Chad. That's the one I was thinking of. Because I did like their Castmate series. And I like the regular base Jamesons. But I thought that sounded kind of interesting. But are you a coffee fan? That maybe the coffee turns you off with it? Or was it just something that didn't go over well with you? See here, North Carolina, all pissed off because I never see W40 brews. Oh, so you don't see these there because these are right out of Asheville. So you should be able to get these with relative ease. Man, I hope you can get it at some point. That's weird that you're not getting it. Sipping on Snaps. So a Snaps a type of whiskey as well, bourbon. I have not had that one either. I didn't get my whiskey game up. Oh, shit, you do it. He says, holy shit, I'm drinking a beer. Rajay is currently streaming. Cape May IPA, how's everyone? Cheers, you do it. Welcome, my friend, and congrats to your success on the channel. If you don't know You Do It, check him out as well. Got a great channel there. Great things that he teaches you on how to do. And basically, he teaches you and you do it. So check him out up in NJ. He's actually, I was going to say I was supposed to be up in New Jersey back in August. We postponed it, but I am coming up in probably March or April, probably springtime. I'll let you know. But one of the things that we're going to do, because my wife, she wants to get down to the shore. So I'll let you know, because if you're actually freed up and we're at wherever we're at with the Corona stuff, we can definitely try to hook up when I'm down that way, because I know you're down by the shore as well. So, but yeah, check out You Do It as well. I got that Jameson cold brew when I was on a coffee bar craving for weeks, and then it disappointed. That sucks. Not even kidding. A video from 3 months ago. Yeah, so that was the base version of the chocolate macaroon, because I haven't done a review on this one yet, but this is the oaked version. But it's funny that it came up there as being tops. Cool. I'm making moves, son. I'm making moves. Labeling loopholes. Yeah, but the thing is, Gilbert, is regulated by like our alcohol, tobacco, what's the other one? It's the ATF firearms. Like you have to submit stuff. They have to label stuff. So I don't know. I guess some places maybe whiskey can be 30%. Whiskey laws in America say whiskey has to be bottled in at least 40. Exactly. Well, I don't know how they're doing it then, because I mean, clearly on the bottle it says the whiskey, and it's 30% ABV. Somehow they're able to get away with it. I don't know. Tanqueray and tonic. That's very common. Tanqueray and tonic. Of course, we all know about Tanqueray and juice. Snoop wrote a song about it, gin and juice. So, I mean, that's also pretty popular too. Confirmed number 2 for chocolate macaroon 10W40. Oh, so it did. You do it, saw it come up as well. That's awesome. That's always good to know when things pop up. It's all about doing, I guess, the SEO and all that kind of stuff, which I do have another channel I was setting up for giving like tech tips. I use like TubeBuddy and vidIQ and a few things and some other stuff I've learned. So I think I'm going to try to share some stuff out there, but following that stuff has definitely helped with the channel as well. Ooh, I've never tried the Bombay Sapphire. I've seen it many a time, but just never picked it up. So you really like that one, Nina? Gin straight ice skating really young. We had some fun bonfires on the ice back then. Nice. I may be moving to Miami. Well, watch out now, Miami. Miami's got a fast scene down there, Bourbon. You better be careful. I've been to Miami. That would be awesome, though. Always have fun down there. It'll cost you. It's like New York to the South. I mean, shit ain't cheap in Miami, that's for sure. Depending on that style, whiskey should be bottled at least 46%. There you go. And hi, I do. Hey, Vanessa. What is going on, RV10 Flyer? Cheers. Good evening to you. And I think first time to the channel. So
Welcome.
Definitely welcome, and great to see you here. We're kind of just kicking it right now as I I'd done a few beers we were talking about and share some different beer things. If it's your first time here, if you like beer, that's what I do on the channel. Talk about beer and do different things. And hopefully hit that red button to subscribe if you want to see more of that stuff. And then check you out as well there too. But kind of kicking it right now with everybody. So everybody's kind of introducing themselves to each other. It's always a friendly crew here. So we're all about having fun and entertaining and no BS or anything like that. So feel free to jump right in, my friend. Store's place, 0.4 miles from here. Had land sold out from under company. They told us Friday, most everyone been moving out as fast as we can. Oh, wow. I mean, that just sucks. Like, you're in that situation. Now you got to make the moves and all that stuff. Well, hopefully everything going forward works out okay for you then, that you guys are all set up to be able to handle the move. Oh, slow gin fizz. I used to make those when I bartended back in the day as well. Yeah, slow gin fizzes were good. When I bartended, it was actually at one of our centers at WVU. It was the Alumni Center, but we'd have like comedy shows there and different things, and we do wedding receptions. So we would get younger people in there, so we would be able to do some of those type of drinks. Those were kind of popular. When we had the professors come in, it was mostly all like, bourbon and water, or they were kind of like gin and tonic, all formal and stuffy. But the younger people always like had the fun type drinks. We'd have a blast. It's always funny when you're a bartender. We did the wedding receptions. Everybody would try to challenge. Like every wedding we did, like people tried to outdrink what we would actually drink as bartenders. And it's like, we drink like all the time. You're not going. Our tolerance level is high. You're not going to catch us. And it's hilarious. So I did finish a bottle of Jameson. So okay, well that's good that you did. You didn't let it go to waste. You did finish it, even though you weren't as happy with it. You did finish it. Dark Day coffee is pure blood, go juice for us, man. Yeah. Jamesons are tasty, yeah. And we had it was back like on my 40th birthday. We were out celebrating, and one of our local bars, they had, I think it was like $2.99 Jameson shots. And we actually, where I worked at, we pretty much kept that bar in business. So we were kind of like, it's like VIP or whatever you want to say, but it was like, they kind of would hook us up with stuff. We pay a drink here, we wouldn't pay a drink, whatever. Anyway, we went through some Jameson that night. And that same night is when I met the Fireball rep at one of our other bars we used to go to. Which, let me tell you, if you ever meet a Fireball rep and you're out partying, you don't want to hang out with the Fireball rep, because we got so many Fireballs our way that, yeah, people were lit by the end of the night for sure. 22-year-old cat is currently messing with the dogs. LOL. Is that a long time for a cat, too? 22 years. No such thing as salted caramel whiskey as a definition. Can't you tell how old Smokey got away with that? Can't tell you how they got away with it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've got the salted caramel. They've got the, I want to say it's like salted watermelon. They got the mango habanero. They got the peanut butter whiskeys. And they're all like around 30% ABV. So it is the most visited distillery in the United States. So I don't know. I don't know how they got away with the 30. It's just one of those things. Miss You Do It. Love Slow Gin Fizz. Lena, that was her go-to drink until she discovered Skinny Crush and Cosmos and Long Island. Yeah. We used to make a lot of Long Island iced teas when I bartended. Long Island iced teas, though, when we made them in the 90s, are different than they are now, because back then we used to use 4 alcohols, and I think now most places use 3, and some may try to skate by on even 2, but we used to make those pretty powerful back in the day. Hey, CB's in the house. Cheers, buddy. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday night down there in WV, and hopefully all is going well. We're 2-1 on the season. 2-1 thus far. We should be 3-0 because we should have beat Oklahoma State, CB. So that kind of sucks that we didn't beat them. But no game this weekend, and we're back into play next Saturday. So I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend without having any WVU game. I mean, I watch other football games, but I have to watch WVU on Saturday. I got a larger unit in town I grew up in. I was running around today pricing stores, shelving. Okay. Yeah, hopefully you got enough. That's enough room where you to move everything, so you don't have to put anything out or anywhere. Jameson makes great combos all night long. Yeah. Yeah, people pour their conversations into a little bit of Jameson's. Slow Gin was created when an unedibly tart berry that had no other purpose was used to flavor something that by itself tastes like aftershave. So I'm going to say, Bourbon, you're not a fan of the Slow Gin. Of course, when some of these alcohols were made back then, they were putting all kinds of stuff in there, which is why Prohibition wasn't a good idea. People were getting poisoned from some of the stuff people were making in their bathtubs. Oh, this is Haze CB, and cheers to Vanessa as well. So, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, some people don't like gin, some do. I mean, tequila. I like tequila, but you're going to have tequila at the right time. It's kind of like, if you have tequila, you should have tequila like early in the night versus later in the night. Because I feel like if you have tequila before the other alcohols show up, vodka, whiskey, rum, whatever it may be, you're doing a lot better. But if you already have them show up and then you have tequila coming on the back end, it's like a fight breaks out. Like tequila doesn't get along with any of the other alcohols at that point. So tequila has to be first in, or you got to pass on tequila. So that's from my experience with it. But when we went down to Jamaica last year, I had a good amount of tequila sunrises. Good friend passed in 2017. Her and I finished a large bottle earlier that year. Last Jameson I had so far. Wow. Yeah. So Jameson was a favorite. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Jameson whiskey is a good whiskey. It's funny. I was trying to think of like Lone Star. If you don't know Lone Star beer reviews, check him out as well. Chad, he does some pretty good stuff. But I was trying to tell him he was having Irish car bombs on one of the channels over on Beer Chuck's channel, and he was putting Baileys with Jamesons into the Guinness, and I was telling him a true Irish car bomb doesn't have the Jameson. It's just the Baileys, and you drop that into the Guinness. But I can't complain. I mean, if you get a little Jameson in there, it doesn't make it any worse. It's just the true recipe is just Baileys and Guinness. Which, by the way, if you go to Ireland on vacation, don't ask for a car bomb at one of the bars. They're not very happy about that. And that wasn't me. That was a friend that went over there on vacation one time, and he was asking about doing an Irish car bomb. Yeah, there's still, IRA type memories and stuff, so they're not very fond of us calling the drink the Irish car bomb. Working shade, tobacco, tequila was our bottle of choice. Yeah. Good tequila is pretty damn tasty. So I just feel like it's like, again, tequila shows up with other alcohol. It's like if you're having a party, you've already got some people in the party. You know, if that one more person comes in, it's going to be like crazy because he doesn't get along with the other people. He's at the door knocking, and you're like, "No, man, we're full. You can't come in." He's like, "Come on, let me in. Let me in." No, you can't do it with tequila at that point. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. That's my take on it all. Had Blanton's bourbon the other night with that big old Paul Ice Cube. Nice. Very good. Nice. I've seen like that Paul Ice Cube before, and I thought about getting some stuff like that too. That's pretty popular. A lot of people actually like those. I'm thinking this weekend we're supposed to be mid-70s. So I might get some cigars tomorrow. So we do some videos outside, smoking some cigars. Blanton's bourbon is like the sweet nectar blessed by the gods of whiskey. All right, well, if Bourbon said bourbon, he knows what he's talking about. So maybe check out some of that Blanton's. Yeah, my closest bourbon distillery is like 5 minutes from me. It's like Boone County Distillery. They do some all right bourbon. A lot of the brewers around here will use their barrels later on for barrel processing. But like Makers, that's down in Louisville, which is about 50 miles from me, 60 miles. And of course, we got the Bourbon Trail. I just need the Bourbon Trail at some point. They sell the molds for those ice balls. Okay. Yeah, I see them somewhere where you can do the molds. I'm trying to think where it's actually at. So, Chad, you're enjoying the pickle juice, but you weren't as much of a fan of the pickles, but the pickle moonshine part is coming through all right. I wasn't as big on the pickle moonshine part of it. So I could. I'm not going to try one right now. I was thinking about trying one earlier, but I just don't feel like trying one of those pickles right now. I don't know. It did hit as much as I thought it was going to hit for me there. So, but I will say, like Vanessa, she said, try it with like a hamburger, and or actually, she said the bison burger stuffed with the blue cheese, which I haven't been able to do that as of yet. That would be pretty good. See, Vanessa likes it a lot more than I do. I thought it just didn't sell me on that one. I mean, their cherry stuff, their apple pie stuff, I liked better than what the pickle did. But yeah, eat the pickle for sure. You gotta eat the pickle. Michter's, Eagle Rare, Blade and Bow, and other bourbons are also blessed, but Elijah Craig Barrel Proof sits to the right hand of those gods. I do like some Elijah Craig. Yeah, you put them. I thought you did bison burgers and you stuffed them with blue cheese. But you say you put them on? You put the blue cheese on the stuffed burgers? You had to stuff the blue cheese in there. They enjoy pickle foods. Yeah, well, pickle foods are pretty good. They got Daryl in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Late to the party. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Daryl. Yeah, we're just kind of kicking it right now, but it's always time to get in and have a little bit of time here, especially with me since I get a little bit of a late start tomorrow, which is good. But cheers to you, Daryl, and
welcome.
What are you actually drinking tonight, if you are drinking anything? Take a picture of the bourbon, that base. Nice. Are you going to put it on Instagram then with the pictures, Vanessa? If you guys don't have Vanessa on Instagram, Vanessa M. Kitty, she puts a lot of good stuff on there. She's actually crafting, which is pretty cool. And then Daryl agreed with bourbon when Bourbon was talking about the Michter's Eagle Rare and the Blade of Bow and other bourbons. Yeah, Bourbon Bounty knows his stuff for sure. Yeah, for you guys that came in later, I was actually showing earlier, I did an unboxing, and I actually made a new pint glass that's right here. That's in the store as well now, too. So, wanted to kind of do something a little bit different there. And also made a latte mug, because if it's not beer, it's coffee. So, there you go. So, that was something else I did in there I showed earlier. Let me see. Ooh, Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. I have not seen that one, Daryl. I may have to check that one out there. What do you think about it? Stuffed bison burger with blue cheese. Yeah, and then toast bun and place pickle on the burger. Okay, the pickle on the burger. I was thinking the pickle to the side of the burger when I had them. One more bourbon tip. Jefferson's Ocean is a bourbon that you make yourself, like while your cheers fill the glass, because it costs you damn much. Well, good bourbon isn't cheap, is it? So, two more baby llamas at the Farmers Week. Oh, nice. But you guys still don't have the ducks, right? You don't have the ducks there. Is it the ducks you were doing for the eggs, or was it the geese you were doing for the eggs? Blake says, smash that like, fam. Cheers. Appreciate that, brother. And nice guy. Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Daryl. Yeah, it's just something I put out there for in case anybody wanted to get that for the store. I was showing it earlier. But I like to experiment and try different things for sure. And Vanessa says hello to Blake as well. So Blake is drinking his magic water tonight, which is vodka and water for the most part. Blake is a vodka drinker, a vodka connoisseur, so to speak. Nothing wrong with a little bit of vodka. No more female ducks. I have a local farm down that has. Okay, so what's duck? I can't remember what duck or geese for some reason. Okay. Because I was going to say, you probably are thinking of getting the duck eggs at some point here so that you can make your eggnog later on this year. Vanessa at Crickwater. It's a Crickwater for... Which one are we talking about there, Gilbert? Are you saying that for the Jack, or you're saying it for something else? Jefferson Ocean. Creekwater is awesome. There's many hills in the southern region of the country that have survived on Crickwater. Duck Nog time. Yeah, so Duck Nog, you're 2 months away from Duck Nog being cranked out, right? For Christmas time. Crickwater makes you go blind. Well, it might depend on what creek you're actually in, but Crickwater, that can be also put into some of the moonshine in the hills, at least here in Kentucky. They run those hoses off the streams and the creeks, the natural spring water. Definitely a good amount of distilleries around the Kentucky area, that's for sure. That is something I should get. I have actually one of my friends, she was like, yeah, anytime you want really like the white lightning, let me know, because her family is down in eastern Kentucky and they pretty much straight moonshine. See, as soon as I get a new source of duck eggs, it will be a pasta and nog. There you go. And I have not had the Sinatra, but I've had the Jack D Select. I really review bourbons. I like Tennessee whiskey as well. Is it worth it? There you go. Is it worth it? And there's a difference between Tennessee whiskey and bourbon. I got into a debate one time with another person. They're like, but if you look it up on the guidelines for the states, they will put Jack Daniels or Tennessee whiskey under bourbon, but that's because there's no category either for it. But the filtering process is different at the end. Or turn into a frog if you're drinking from one fed by a nuclear power plant. Well, stories of New Jersey back in the day, you do it. Only old Stillman can handle the Crickwater. Yeah. Yeah, the mountain men, so to speak. Yeah, everybody's body ain't carved out for that. You got to have the right body and the right innards to be able to deal with the Crickwater from back in the day. Salem nuclear plant for the win. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Everybody thinks like that's how it is till they're like, no, it's a power plant here or there might have been an issue, but most of the time it's pretty much safe in New Jersey. Yeah. Oh, in the words of Edith Bunker, those were the days. Yeah. I'm actually watching the Houston-Tulane game because there's like no other college game on tonight, so not the best football action, but they are scoring. All whiskey starts as moonshine. Yeah, well, I thought all whiskey started as beer is what I've always been told. All whiskey started as beer. Oh, Erie's in the house. What is going on? Oh, well, thank you, Erie. Appreciate that with the super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great night. Hopefully you got some good rest the other night. Erie's been playing with Call of Duty like crazy with us, but she had to take a break one night and it was like she was out. I know she put the kids down and she went to sleep as well. But thank you, Erie. And Vanessa's old Erie as well. New babies at Llama Farm, Erie. Oh, Erie's going to want to see pictures of the new baby now at the Llama Farm. She is trying to have a farm of her own. Nope, totally different process. Whiskey is distilled, beer is brewed. No, beer is brewed and whiskey is distilled, but a lot of the whiskey guys have told me really in the initial process when you're making whiskey, it's basically beer and then it gets changed up to a different process. I've never made whiskey, so I can't tell you that. That's what people have relayed to me, kind of like it starts as beer before going to whiskey or so, kind of in the process of it. I just know what I've been told in that regard. I never studied the making of whiskey, which would be an interesting thing to actually learn as well. Well, speaking of studying, I'm actually studying right now for a course for actually the science of beer. So I decided to take a course that actually says that, where I'm going to be certified in it. I don't know what it's going to be, just kind of an interesting thing for myself, but I figured one of the things I want to do is we can always learn new things. So I decided to go ahead and jump into this course to kind of pick up some more stuff there. That bourbon, I'm not expert like yourself, but I really like the Sinatra. My wife grabbed me 2 bottles a month ago. Think it's worth it. I'll subscribe to your channel. Nice. There you go. I'm trying to work on getting a baby llama. If I succeed, I'm going to bring the llama to Erie. Oh my goodness. If you bring that baby llama to Erie will be like head over the moon there. She would love that. Making mashes, extracting the sugars from the grains, but after that, nothing like. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where I think people were saying it's kind of like the beers, was the extraction part. After that, it's a whole different thing. So. I like to try to get some more good bourbon. Actually, after talking to you guys, I'm kind of wanting definitely some more bourbon. Maybe pick up some this weekend as well. We actually, we're doing a trip in a couple of weeks out of Lake Cumberland. I don't know if it's a dry county or not, so I have to pack a bag just in case it's a dry county. And having some bourbon along the way wouldn't be a bad thing as well. Which is kind of funny that in 2020, we still have some places that are dry counties. Like, why do we still have dry counties out there? Like, you should be able to get alcohol anywhere you want to get alcohol in this day and age. But the more I think about it, I think it definitely is a good weekend to actually have a cigar. So is anybody else drinking anything out there right now that you're throwing down? Big plans for the weekend for anybody as well? Anything happening? Anybody throwing anything on the grill? Heading up to Jungle Gym Sunday, Woodford Reserve, Ball Ice. Nice, RV. That's awesome. So, RV, are you in the Cincinnati area then? Because I'm actually on the Kentucky side, but I'm in the Cincinnati area. If you know about Jungle Gyms, either you're around this area or maybe you're like more up in Ohio or in Kentucky. But I tell you what, Jungle Gyms is a playground for adults. You could spend a whole day in there and be fine with it. So I'm thinking about heading to Jungle Gyms this weekend as well to get some more beers that I'll need for next week for a couple of things, and then maybe some stuff there at their liquor store. Lasagna tomorrow. Nice. Is that with the duck pasta that you made, or is that going to be just like a regular pasta? I can consume by being the in running for a Cecil job in Miami. That's my plan. Okay, freaking neurotic. That's taking all your time right now and focus. Understandable. Well, good luck to that, my friend, as well. Like I said, Miami is a nice area, a fun area. It'll cost you some dollars, but it's a blast down there. It's always something to do. Oh, nice. You're just down double A. Okay. All right. So you know about the double A. Yeah. So, yeah. Jungle Gyms is just a freaking paradise if you're like looking to get stuff. Actually, I should go out there and get cigars as well because their humidor that they have out there, the cigar part, is pretty nice as well. Usually I go to Party Source to get some of the cigars and stuff, but if I go to Jungle Gyms, I make it all in one shop in there. And that's a nice bourbon as well. Yeah, I used to go up and down a double highway. My wife is from West Virginia, so we go back to Charleston and double A highway down to 64 basically and jump across, but made things a lot easier traveling back to West Virginia. Harvey Tess says, yup, cigars with his list. So yeah, nice. Yeah. I just need to get more knowledgeable on the cigars. I tried different ones, but I've had some I really liked, and I've had some that were just okay. There's a channel, the Cigar Vixen. She does a really good job on cigars. So if you're ever looking for a YouTube channel about cigars, I would definitely check out Cigar Vixen. One of the other guys that turned me on to her channel, and she definitely knows her stuff there. Can't believe it's only 10:28. Well, it's kind of different now because I started the show now at 8:45, so it's like I feel like I haven't been, whatever. But it used to be 9:15. But yeah, but I think probably go ahead and get this baby wrapped down. I'm going to actually jump over. I think do a little bit of gaming for the gaming channel. I told Eclectic Beer I'll probably jump on there for a bit since I get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. But great chat, talking with everyone. If you're new to the channel, every Thursday, 8:45 is when I do these streams. Usually myself and going forward, Todd's usually here, but Todd was out tonight. And we kind of talk about the beers. We did the beer news earlier, kind of kick it with everybody. And then whatever you guys want to talk about. This is the one weekly event we always do for a live stream on the channel. So if you're going to catch the live stream, you can always put down 8:45 on Thursday nights. Bourbon says, I spent $22 per cigar for my father, Lucenius, and my dad spent $6 per cigar during the same trip. Cheaper ones are way better. I've never spent $22 on a cigar, but I'm probably with your dad, probably around a $6 per cigar. Only because I don't know a lot of cigars, so I'm kind of experimenting. It's kind of like wine. Like, there's always different prices for wine, and the things I've learned over wine is that even some of the experts say there's a lot of good wine that's not as expensive as the other wines. So if you don't know, try to go with some of the lower versions till you find the different stuff that you like. And you'll find some wines that are like $8, $9 a bottle that'll be rated like 96 points or whatever through the wine aficionados or whatever you want to call them. And it's like, you don't have to spend $50, for a bottle of wine, or $100, whatever it may be, to get a good glass of wine. So, but yeah, I was gonna say that better be a damn good cigar for $22. So, give us a good night, friends. Say safe sucker, you too as well, buddy. More of the story: don't ask me for cigar tips. I hear you. And we got James in the house. JT Davis, what is going on, my friend? Cheers, buddy. James is up there in the Chicago area. Got a chance to meet with James a few years back. We went to Chicago. We had a great time. Grabbed some beers together and kicked it for a bit. And good to see you. Hopefully things are going well on your end. Bought wine the other day, but it went straight into the crock pot. Ooh. Cooking with wine, I can't complain there. Just, it's kind of like I cook with beers once in a while, but usually I get one of the lower end beers. I can't see myself pouring in a expensive beer for, I make beer chili, and I get like the honey brown, which is actually pretty good to go with the meat and the chili and the beans and the sauce and all that stuff. But I'm not pouring a high-end IPA or anything like that into it. That's just me. That's for drinking. So, but thanks for swinging in. I'm going to go ahead and get this baby wrapped down. And Again, next Thursday, 8:45 is when we do the live streams during the week. But Monday, 9 o'clock, again, Eric Muniz will be here from Lord Hobo Brewing. So if you guys are fans of Lord Hobo Brewing, the Boom Sauce, we'll be talking about Lord Hobo and some of the stuff they're doing there, catching up on the beer world. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to have Daddy Porter in, talk about his beer channel and some of the stuff that him and Doug are doing over there, give you a great rundown on that. So you're going to see more of these type of lives coming up where I'm going to have people on the channel to like interview or spotlight. So hopefully you guys will dig some of that stuff. So definitely stay tuned. And RV said, take care, everyone. And Daryl said good night as well. Cheers to you both as well. Cool. Good to see you, Rod. You too, James. And we'll definitely catch up some more. Tomorrow night, I will probably be over on Blake's stream. So Blake TV, he does a 9 o'clock Friday night throwdown. So he'll probably be doing stuff over there. So if I'm freed up, I'll probably join his stream for a bit. But thanks for everybody that tuned in, and look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Cheers to Emerson as well. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.